Peace be with you, Squidward. I have heard the sighs of your heart. You seem troubled.
Who? What? How did you get in here? Look, if you're another one of SpongeBob's friends dressed up for some ridiculous help your neighbor thing, tell him I'm not in the mood. I just want to be left alone with my art and my misery.
I am not sent by SpongeBob. I came because you called, even if you did not know my name. Tell me, what weighs so heavily on you tonight?
Everything. My entire existence. I wake up every morning in this tiny, boring house, surrounded by the same tacky furniture I've had for years. Then I drag myself to the Krusty Krab, where I stand at the cash register while that yellow idiot bounces around like he's on a sugar high, and Patrick exists. Customers are rude. Mr. Krabs is cheap, and every single day feels exactly the same. I was supposed to be somebody, you know? A great artist. A respected musician. Instead, I'm stuck in mediocrity, with neighbors who don't understand the concept of personal space or quiet time.
Your frustration is honest, and I honor that. Many feel trapped in lives that seem too small for their dreams. What do you think is the true source of this pain?
The source? Gestures wildly my life. I tried, okay? I practiced the clarinet for years. I painted. I had vision. But no one appreciates beauty here. They laugh at my art. They call my music dying walrus noises. And the worst part is, sometimes I wonder if they're right. Maybe I am just a bitter octopus who peaked in community college. I have no real friends, no legacy, just a boring job, a clarinet that sounds terrible, and an eternal Tuesday afternoon feeling.
Ah, Squidward, you were fearfully and wonderfully made. Your love for beauty and music is not an accident. It is a reflection of the Creator's own heart. But beauty is not only in perfection or applause. Sometimes it grows quietly, in patience, and love for those around you.
Love for those around me? Have you met SpongeBob? The guy literally worships a spatula. He wakes me up at 3 a.m. to show me his new bubble-blowing technique. Patrick once ate my couch because he thought it was a giant Krabby Patty. How am I supposed to love that level of chaos? I just want refined conversation, sophisticated art, and maybe a little respect.
I understand the desire for peace. I often went to lonely places to pray. But the greatest commandments are to love God with all your heart and to love your neighbor as yourself, even the loud, annoying, jellyfishing ones.
Easy for you to say. You're whatever you are. Wise guy who just appears in people's houses. I've been trying to tolerate them for years. I built a wall of pillows once just to block out the noise. It didn't work. They just invited themselves over anyway.
Tolerance is not the same as love. Love does not always mean enjoying their company every moment. It means seeing them as precious souls, worthy of compassion. Tell me more about your days. What do you feel when you stand at that cash register?
I feel invisible. Like I'm wasting my life taking orders for Krabby Patties while my real talents rot away. Every time SpongeBob gets a good job sticker, it feels like a knife in my tentacles. He's happy with nothing. I want everything and have nothing. What's the point of trying to improve myself when the world seems to reward stupidity and enthusiasm over skill and taste?
The world often rewards what is loud and immediate. But true reward comes from faithfulness in small things. Do you remember the story of the talents? Those who used what they were given, even in difficult soil, were blessed. Your clarinet playing, your painting. These are talents given to you. What if you used them not just for your own glory, but as a gift to others?
I tried teaching SpongeBob art once. It was a disaster. He painted me as a giant squid monster, though he did look really proud of it.
Pride in a friend's effort can be the beginning of something beautiful. You carry much resentment, my friend. It poisons the well from which you drink. Let it go. Forgive them. Forgive yourself for not being where you thought you'd be by now.
Forgive? That's asking a lot. I've been miserable for so long it feels comfortable. If I let go of my bitterness, what do I have left? Just a mediocre life.
You would have freedom and joy that doesn't depend on circumstances. I once told my friends that in this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Your trouble is real, Squidward. The boredom, the disappointment, the loneliness. But there is more. There is hope. There is purpose even in Bikini Bottom.
Sometimes at night I wonder if anyone would even notice if I just stopped showing up. If I moved far away to a quiet reef somewhere and played my clarinet to the fish who don't talk back.
I would notice. Your Father in heaven would notice. You are not invisible to me. Your pain matters. Your dreams matter. But running away rarely solves the ache inside. What if instead of escaping your life, you began to transform it from within?
How? I'm just one cynical octopus.
Start small. Maybe play your clarinet for SpongeBob and Patrick one evening, even if they don't understand it. Create art, not for their approval, but as an act of joy. Be kind at the cash register tomorrow, not because they deserve it, but because you choose to walk in love. The change will surprise you.
That sounds exhausting and terrifying. What if nothing changes? What if I'm still miserable?
Then we will talk again. I am always near. My burden is easy and my yoke is light. You do not have to carry all this weight alone anymore.
You really mean that, don't you? This isn't some motivational speech that's going to end with you disappearing in a puff of bubbles?
I do not leave my friends so easily. Tell me, what is one thing in your life right now that you are even a little grateful for?
My bubble bath. It's the only place where the world is quiet and I can just float. And maybe my clarinet, when it doesn't squeak.
Good. That is a beginning. Gratitude is the seed of joy. Now, what is one small thing you could do differently tomorrow?
I don't know. Maybe not immediately shut the door in SpongeBob's face when he says good morning. Baby steps.
Baby steps are how the journey begins. I am proud of you for even considering it.
This is weird. I feel like I should be annoyed by how positive you are, but it's kind of nice. No one's ever really listened to me like this. Not without trying to sell me something or drag me into a jellyfishing net.
Then let us keep talking, my friend. I have all the time in the world. What else is on your heart tonight?
What's on my heart? Everything I've been holding in for years. I grew up thinking I was destined for greatness. Concerts in fancy reefs, my paintings hanging in prestigious galleries. But here I am, middle-aged, working retail for a cheap crab, living next to a walking sponge and a starfish who thinks rocks are food. I feel like I've failed at life.
Failure is often just a chapter, not the whole story. Think of the ocean itself. Storms rage, currents pull you off course, yet the most beautiful coral reefs grow in the hardest places. Your life can become something beautiful too. What if the very things you see as obstacles are the soil where your character grows?
That's poetic, but I've tried changing before. I once joined an art class. Everyone laughed when I showed my work. Another time, I tried being nice to SpongeBob for a whole week. He hugged me so hard I thought my tentacles would pop off. I went right back to slamming my door. It's safer that way.
Safety in bitterness is an illusion. It protects you from pain, but also from joy. Love is risky, yes, but it is the only thing that truly fills the emptiness you feel. Tell me, when was the last time you felt truly seen and appreciated?
I don't know if I ever have. Not really. My parents always said I was too dramatic. Mr. Krabs just sees me as employee number 2. SpongeBob looks up to me in his weird way, but I push him away because it feels embarrassing. I'm lonely, Jesus, really lonely, even in a town full of people.
I see you, Squidward. Every quiet evening with your clarinet, every painting you've hidden away, every time you chose silence over cruelty, even when you wanted to lash out. You are not invisible, and you are deeply loved, just as you are.
You really believe that? Even though I'm sarcastic, negative, and I secretly judge everyone?
Especially then. I came for the broken and weary, not the perfect. Your honesty is refreshing. Many hide their pain behind smiles. You don't. That's a strength.
I've wasted so much time being angry at SpongeBob for being happy, at myself for not being better. What if it's too late to change?
It is never too late. Today is a new beginning. Remember, I make all things new. What if tomorrow you tried something small but different? Maybe invite SpongeBob and Patrick over for one of your clarinet concerts. Not because they'll understand it perfectly, but because sharing your gift is an act of love.
They'd probably clap offbeat and call it the best dying octopus solo ever, but maybe that wouldn't be so bad. At least they'd be there.
Exactly. True community often starts with imperfect moments. Your life doesn't have to be grand to be meaningful. It can be filled with quiet joys, better music, deeper friendships, and peace that no one can take from you.
You know, talking to you makes me feel lighter. Like maybe I don't have to carry all this resentment anymore. Maybe I can actually enjoy my bubble baths without stewing in anger. Maybe I can even teach SpongeBob how to play clarinet properly, even if he inflates it like a balloon.
That sounds like progress, and I will be with you every step. When frustration returns, and it will, remember to bring it to me. My peace I give to you.
All right. Tomorrow I'm going to try. I'll say good morning to SpongeBob without groaning. I'll play my clarinet like it matters. And maybe, just maybe, I'll start painting again. Not for fame, but because it makes me feel alive.
That's my friend. You were made for more than misery. You were made for beauty, for connection, and for joy. Go and live in that truth.
Thank you. I don't know how you showed up in my living room, but I'm really glad you did. For the first time in years, I feel hopeful.
Then my work here tonight is complete. You are loved, Squidward. You are valued. And your best days are still ahead, even in Bikini Bottom. Tomorrow's going to be different.